heard that word again. When you finish your own thing, you come back and now remembered that God said, go to Bible college. And that year, I decided I was not going to write ICANN that year. I enrolled in God's Army Bible College. I finished and graduated Kingdom Life that year in November. And I said, God, I have graduated from Bible college. I'm going to write May Diet. And I went to that May Diet and I wrote it. I failed. I went back to God. I said, God, is it that I carried the certificate they give me from Bible college? I said, God, this is the certificate. I've gone through Bible college. You said I should go. So why did I fail again? God said, you have not answered the call. I said, God, I am an accountant. I'm not a pastor. He said, you have not answered the call. When you answer the call, then we will continue from there. It was that same year that I decided, okay, let me answer the call. And around May, June, I was engaged as a pastor. Then I was going to write November Diet. I told God, I don't answer the call now. God said, don't tell anybody you are going to write exam. I said, no, I have some colleagues in my office that are writing. Even if I don't tell them, they will see me in the hall. He said I should put my center outside Lagos. And that's what I did. You see, it's good to hear from God. It's good to follow God. And that's what I did. I registered that exam that year. My center was Abeokuta. At Abeokuta, Moshood Abiola Polytechnic. And I went through, wrote the exam. Long story short, when the result came, I passed that exam. So if I had continued in my own way, God would just fold hand and be looking at me. Praise the name of the Lord. All right. So Jonah was commissioned to carry a warning to a city called Nineveh. In the book of Jonah chapter 1 and chapter 2, Jonah received a call for personal reason, decided to go on the reverse. The anger of God caught up with him through a tempest that attacked. Tarshish was opposite Nineveh. Jonah, go right. He decided to go left. And the Bible says he got there, he put hand in his pocket and paid for the trip. He paid for the trip. When God sends you an assignment, God picks the bill. When you obey him and do what God asks you to do, he picks the bill. But when you are doing your own thing, you pick the bill. So, so the anger of God caught up with him through a tempest that attacked the ship he was traveling with to Tarshish. The mariners traveling on the same ship lost their goods on the sea, and Jonah was thrown into the sea as he requested, and a great fish swallowed him. But at his repent, within the fish belly, God delivered him. They asked him. He owned up. He told them he was running away from God. Instead of him to repent at that time, they said, okay, what do we do? He said, throw me inside the water. So he was ready. Instead of obeying God, let me die. Throw me inside the water. God, being a merciful God, just provided a fish to swallow him. While he was inside the belly of the fish, he repented and conducted a one-man mass choir inside the belly of fish. He was praising God, praying, interceding for himself, worshiping God. And God looked at him. Oh, God is merciful. And God said, fish, just go to the dry ground and vomit this man. So God delivered him. So anytime you go against the instruction and mandate of God, whoever associates with you at that point in time will suffer loss. That's what happened to the mariners, the people that were traveling. They threw all their goods inside water because somebody was disobeying God. They will suffer loss. You will be caged by a force that is bigger and more powerful than you. That's where you get yourself. Anything that swallows you is bigger than you. Jonah found himself caged. Since God cannot repent, then you must be the one to repent. if you must move forward and fulfill purpose. Paul was talking to the Hebrew church the other day in Hebrew 3:5, Hebrew 3:15. Paul said, when you hear his voice, harden not your heart. When you hear his voice, harden not your heart. Do whatever God is asking you to do. Partnering with God demands that you know who you are in order to understand your position in this partnership. You must know who you are. You must understand your position in that partnership that you have entered with God. Either as an active or dormant partner. This is what our next meeting is set to achieve. Our next meeting is set to achieve to tell us whether we are active partner or dormant partner. How the power of understanding your identity in God enhances life exploit. That's the next thing we will talk when we meet next week. How the power of understanding, having an understanding of your position in this partnership, how it enhances life exploit. You must not take a position that you are not cut out for, that is not meant for you. You must know your seat. Don't go and sit on a seat that is not meant for you. When you sit on your own seat, when you stay on your own lane, the grace of God will be sufficient for you. Praise the name of the Lord. Shall we rise tonight? Let's rise. Let's talk to God. Let's talk to God tonight. Open your mouth and talk to God tonight. Open your mouth and bless the name of the Lord. Thank him, thank him, thank him, thank him, thank him for the teaching. Thank him for what God has delivered into your hand today. Bless the name of the Lord for what you have heard. Pray that God will help you to practice. God will help you to put into practice what we have heard tonight. God will help you. He will help you to practice them. He will help you to put them to use. He said we should not be forgetful hearers, deceiving ourselves. We should be doer of his word. He has spoken his words so that we do them.